We good, Andrea? Okay. We're live. Oh shit! It was no intro. I'm sitting here waiting for the intro. Hey. Long time no see. Climbing out listeners, watchers, eavesdroppers. I am your host, Erica Alston Buck, and that is my beautiful co-host, Tina DeVoe. And we are live without an intro. Yeah. We haven't seen you guys in a couple of weeks, so we are really, really excited to get started.
It's so much. It's just so much.
And update you. This will be part 3 of our conversation regarding the do's and don'ts of online dating. Because in this short time, we've become experts in this shit.
We've tried it all at this point.
Mm-hmm. And we've had questions from you guys. We've had suggestions for topics. One of the suggested topics was being ghosted. And neither myself or Tina had ever experienced being ghosted. So we couldn't help y'all in that area. But baby, times is a changing
swiftly.
And I'm still going to be on. Let me clutch my pearls. I've never been ghosted in all of my years. Tina, you have been ghosted?
Well, let me set it up, y'all, while I'm looking all raggedy.
Set it up. First of all, if you are here, you are listening, you're watching, we need you to make a comment in our chat box so that we are just not talking to ourselves. Although we can, and we will. And just let us know that you are here. Say a hello so we can greet you properly and invite you into the conversation. So why don't you set it up, Tina? And then, well, if you were here a couple of weeks ago, you know, some of you know.
Well,
hey, Antoinette Tony McKay. Welcome. What's happening, Captain?
Hey, girls. Hey, Antoinette.
Oh, so lots of folks are coming in. Okay, great. Okay, so if you were just joining us, because a lot of people jumped on at one time, Tina. Tina got ghosted!
Stop saying it like that. It sounds so horrible.
Tina, I'm going to say it like this. Got ghosted.
Okay.
What happened, Tina?
So to catch y'all up, I told you about a dude I met. I thought he was light skinned on the app. He actually is Egyptian, from Egypt. And I was like, oh, okay. So we met, good English. So that was one of my concerns initially, was like, I'm not doing it so translating, and I'm not doing all of that. Fun, great time. Went to the movies. We got a dinner. Great time. Perfect. Brings me home. Complete gentleman. Great. Oh, got a great time. He's like, get a great time. Blah, 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 blah. Hug. No kiss. Just hug. Okay. Texting all for 2 weeks. Just texting. Like he's working. And then
so back up a little bit, because this is a conversation about online dating do's and don'ts.
Yes.
So how do you get off the app? Or how do you decide that this is the person that you want to communicate with outside of the dating app? So what interests you in him?
So I usually get off fairly quickly, because I know it's easier sometimes for people to text than to talk. And I really want to hear you talk. So based on your pictures, and then I'll ask a few questions. If you're consistent and fluid, and then I'm like, okay, well, do you want to, they normally will say, if I send you my number, will you text me? And I'll always say, well, I'll send you mine. And so that way, like, that's how I get off the app. It doesn't have to be anything like long and drawn out. So 4 or 5 messages, and then like, I need to talk to hear who I'm talking to.
I agree. I'm the same way.
Okay. Texting so much. He's like, I'm thinking about you. I miss you. Oh, for like 10 days. Like, I miss you. Oh my God, I had the best time ever. When can I see you again? Finally, we're going to see each other. So we decide we're going to go to the movies again. And then we're going to go to dinner or walk around a park.
This is the second date.
This is the second date, yes. Okay. We go in the movies, and it was a Marvel movie. Don't ask me the name of it. I didn't think I would like it, but I actually loved it. But anyway, we go to the movies and like we're having a good time, kind of like snuggled up a little bit, you know, a little, yeah, a little, a little kiss. It was like cool, comfortable.
Okay.
Like a third way into the movie, I noticed he keeps coughing. So I said, like, are you okay? And he said, oh yeah, I think the popcorn went down the wrong way. So I was like, oh, okay. But then it was like he was coughing, and you could tell he was trying to stop himself from coughing. So we get through the movie, we leave, and then I kind of look at him and he looks a little like flustered. But he had mentioned wanting chocolate cakes, and then we're leaving to go to this dessert spot. And as we're driving, he's like visibly getting sick. So I said, well, do you want to stop by like Walgreens or CVS to get something? Maybe it's like indigestion. He said, yeah, maybe it's indigestion. Go to the store, we go in, we get boom, 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 we come out. He's feeling so sick that as we're walking back to the car, he's taking the medicine out, right, to take it. Now
Okay.
I'm looking, getting red, like he's got kind of like the little like perspiration, like the man is getting sick. So we leave, and he's like, well, we don't have to get chocolate cake. I said, you don't look like you look too well. And he said, I really don't feel well. So I said, okay, pull over. I drove to my house, and then he left my house, to drive to his. I said, please make sure you text me, so I know you got in okay. He did, made it home. Next morning, I said, hey, praying for you, just checking on you, making sure, hoping you're feeling better. He says, at urgent care.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, real, like he really was sick, right? From that day on, I'm like, just checking on you. Everything okay? Praying for you. Called a couple times, rang, but no answer. Now I done went and got me a COVID test because I'm like, the man's probably in the hospital because he had COVID. He's probably in the.
That's what you said. He was coughing. I was like, oh, he got COVID.
Right. So I done went. Okay, my test came back negative. So I'm like, okay, come in town to see my good girlfriend. We get
hey, baby.
It don't never get it, everything gets unveiled when we come together. So I'm telling her the story like, like I'm really concerned. This heifer just first sentence says, give me his number, let me call him.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Even in this moment, I'm thinking nothing like, so the phone starts ringing and I say, yeah, he ain't gonna answer. Hello?
Hello. So I dialed the number. So I said to Tina, he's not answering any of Tina's calls. I don't even know why that popped in my head.
It was the first thing you said.
I was like, well, let me see if he'll answer my call. And first ring. Hello? Me and Tina were in the car like this. I'm sorry, wrong number.
So I immediately called because I'm like, blocked. I go to the Facebook dating app to like send a message, gone.
Blockity blocked.
So my feelings were genuinely hurt because
baby, hurt.
I'm 49 years old and I've never been ghosted. I've never been dumped. And my feelings was hurt because I felt like we were having a good time. Like, why do people ghost you? Like, don't ghost me. Just like, just say it.
Right. Say something. So John Douglas is there. There are a couple of men here. Like, I don't understand. So in complete transparency, because, we can fuck up. Mm-hmm. And when I learned that he was Egyptian, I said to Tina, well, they may be, I've ghosted and been ghosted. Okay, Raina. Well, you ain't ghosted no more. She all booed up now.
Don't tell it now. Don't tell it.
Congrats. One of us is off the market. But so I said to Tina, I was like, well, he's Egyptian. They may want a more submissive, subdued woman. I said, were your titties out? Were you cursing?
I was covered because like everything was always casual. Like we went to the movie, so I just threw on like jeans and a t-shirt. Nothing like see-through, just a regular t-shirt. Then the first night we went out for dinner to Fleming's, I had on a dress, a black dress. I mean, my titties are probably out, but not like spilling out.
But you got a second date after that, so you didn't do anything wrong.
I got a second date after that. Second date, it was just casual because we said we were doing movies and just going to kind of make it up, but we were both going to be casual. So what happens? Like, I have questions. Like, why don't people just say, like, I
like I think in this era of online dating,
he had other options, and when the one he was waiting on came around, he goes.
Oh, that's good, Raina. I think also because we're in this like board game model of engaging with people, swipe left, swipe right. I think people are dispensable and more disposable than they've ever been. And like Raina said, we have options. And so, you know what? Now that I think about it, with Raina's perspective, I met some guy on the app who works in Havre de Grace. I was like, wow, don't nobody work in Havre de Grace.
Right.
So I thought he lived in Baltimore. And so we talked a few times, and he's really, really chatty. Man, I
don't like chatty men either.
No. So, I mean, converse, engage, but allow me an opportunity to like jump in. I was playing double dutch with this motherfucker. He was like, I was like, nope. So with him, we talked a few times. Well, he talked a few times, and then I stopped answering his call. So I guess that would be some type of ghosting. So much so, he called my phone. I don't respond. Then he went to the app and says, "Hey, please call me," and I didn't respond. So he probably would consider himself being ghosted. So yeah, and because again, people are disposable and dispensable right now. Like we don't owe anybody an explanation. It looks like, right? I don't have to say, you know what, you talk too damn much, and I don't.
And see, I feel like I always make a statement, whether it is agreeable or not. I do say something like, "You had a great time, but I'm not really feeling, much chemistry. Nice meeting you."
Oh, that will lead us into my update and awkward conversations with my ex-girlfriend. Excuse us for a moment. So what y'all don't
even know about your ex-girlfriend. Right. They about to find out.
We name every dude that we experience in this online thing. We give a nickname. Y'all know 7 whole days. Wait a minute, what's the horse guy name? The one who probably cleans the shit out the stables, but he says he's because we're like, does he own the horses? You gave him a name.
Oh, Brandon. Brandon's on here. Brandon, what's my husband's name? I text Brandon.
And Brandon also named Hampton Roads.
He definitely named Hampton Roads, right?
We have the guy who pulled out the 4 debit cards on the date. We call him Uno.
Uno. That's Uno.
So I'd like to tell y'all about my ex-girlfriend. Tina gave him this name.
And it's so befitting.
If you guys follow us regularly, we are different. Mm-hmm. We have similarities, but we both share a non-negotiable. A non-negotiable for both Tina and myself is bad sex. We can't do it. I'm 51 years old. There's no reason on the planet. None.
I don't want to hear about the blood pressure. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I want you to either get in and do it or go. And so that goes against that 90-day rule, that women live
we ain't on a 90-day rule. I like you, you like me. Let me see what that D do to see if I'm gonna stick around.
If it ain't doing nothing, baby, that's not
mama, judge your mama. We single. And I don't require a whole lot. I'm not looking for nobody to take care of me. I'm not looking for nobody to pay my bills. Look, I want to get flued out. I want to go on a couple of trips. I want to eat good. And I want my back blown out.
Look, D
Period.
said ex-girlfriend vibe. Wow, what a name, D. Wait till you hear the story and you're
Wait till
gonna
you find out
understand.
why. And anyone who follows me on Facebook, you guys see, I don't show faces, but you see the dates, you see the experiences, and y'all inbox me, y'all root for these dudes. So there's been one recently that plans phenomenal dates, picks the best restaurants.
I'm crying
He
for
is
him right
smart.
now. I'm
He
so
is
sad.
funny. He is
Yes,
attractive.
he
His
is.
pockets are wonderful.
Yes,
He is
God. Yes.
attentive.
Come on
He's
here.
engaging.
Talk, sister. Talk. Yes, he's everything except he's all of that.
So he's all of that. And when a man's all of that, ladies, why not give him some?
He deserves it. He deserves. He's been working hard.
Look at Danielle, but what? Hold on, sister.
He's been working hard.
Man, we're on rooftop decks.
He's been
We're
whining and
overlooking
dining,
Philadelphia.
dreaming out loud.
We're making plans.
He's
We're about to
sewing
take a
into your
trip.
future. Yes.
And we got there. And thank God the lights were out. Because Raina, you see the Andre, you see the comment from Raina? What that mouth do though? That's the motherfucker setup. That right there, Raina, that's the problem.
I've been stopped falling for that one. I've been
Don't
peeping
for what
that
that
one.
mouth do,
Come on up, baby. Come on up.
Okay. All right, I'm ready now. Okay. What that mouth do though? Oh, the mouth did everything. So what I said to Tina was, it was like going to a 5-star restaurant and the appetizers were fucking phenomenal. And then the entree came, and you're a meat eater, and it was vegan. I was like, this me in the dark.
Somebody said Erica Ostenbeck asking for great sex at the very beginning is the end game, or is it an entree to courting it? Oh no. Now let me. Well, wait.
Please help her.
She addressed you, so I'll let you go first.
End game. Where we going after this?
Nowhere. There's nowhere to go.
Why am I going?
What we gonna do when we get there? What we gonna do over yonder?
So, D, I gave him a second chance. And here then lies why he's my ex-girlfriend. I told Tina I showed up as a good, straight woman.
I don't even want you to say it. I'm about to cry.
Looking for some D.
Come on.
And got a whole coochie. Andre, somebody, look, he gave me that Impossible Burger. I can't make this up. Somebody said stay away from Philadelphia. I'm done. If it's men in this chat watching that live in Philadelphia, I am convinced that ain't no dick in Philly.
Got to come on down. You went up too high. You got to come on back down. Listen.
It gets better because we're talking about awkward conversations.
Come on,
like you just said, look, Egypt, no second chance. I gave him a second chance because I was like, maybe it was the Tito's.
Okay.
Maybe it was the Casamiga. Okay, So we're talking about awkward conversations and being adults and having conversations. So Tina and I, we're talking, and like Tina will tell. I've never told anyone.
I always tell
Tina
them.
always tell these dudes that
Always.
their dick is wet. I don't know how to do that.
And what I don't say it like that now. Don't have me out there sounding crazy. I present it even though I know it's a difficult delivery, but I have to tell you because if you don't say it, then they're like they want to keep pursuing you sexually, and you're like turned off because there's so many things about him that you love, but that one thing that he's like fiending for you, like I hope we never do that again. You know, so
Never. Check,
I
please.
always say it. I'm
No.
gentle, but
Okay.
I say it.
But I'm telling you guys, you've watched it, so everything's been great. I talk to him every day, all day. We
Great
go to great
communicator.
restaurants. We're doing all this stuff. This man is attentive and intentional, and like all the stuff that I want. He does all of it, right? So I continue to communicate with him, even though like Tina, the only person on the planet that knew, like, yo, he never gonna see me again, right? But I'm still talking. We're still communicating. Oh, Kenneth Brown. Dang, I missed the beginning of the story. Doesn't sound like a happy ending.
It's definitely not a happy ending. There's nothing happy about this ending.
I get up the courage because I'm 50. I'll be 52. I don't want a whole lot. I want to eat good. I want to have fun. I want to have some engaging conversations. And
that's it.
That's it. That's not a whole lot to ask for, but clearly it is. Anyway, I text him.
No, he texts you.
Right.
See, I know her story better than
you. Wait a minute.
You, yes.
I needed to be with my run group, my trainer, and my fitness family at 7 a.m. in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. And I was in Philadelphia, staying at his place. So I needed to leave his place at 5 a.m. And that was our plan.
She ended up leaving at 3:30. What time you called me?
1.
It was 1.
That nigga was snoring. I got up like a burglar. I don't even understand why you snoring. Cause ain't nothing happened. I got up at 1 o'clock in the morning and left. Left that dude door unlocked.
You be all right. they know I'm over here. You gonna be all right.
Oh my God. So I leave him and he texts me. I didn't realize you were gone. I woke up looking for round 2. I'm still looking for round 1.
I ain't left the ring. I've been in the ring all night. Wait.
What?
I'm ducking and dodging. I'm bobbing and weaving. You know, I'm keeping my cardio up.
I don't even respond to that nonsense because clearly we had 2 very different experiences, homeboy.
Had to have been. It had to have been.
So I tell Tina that he sent me that. I'm like,
and you had been gone for hours. So you was knocked out that long?
You done came to.
You done left at 1:30. You talking about you ain't wake up till 8 o'clock. Ain't no way.
Looking for round 2. Boy, bye. So I text him back hours later. FYI.
She said try midday sex.
Bad sex is a deal breaker for me.
Oh, I said it's one for me too.
That's what I said to him. I text him, bad sex. Gentlemen, a woman texts you. FYI, bad sex is a deal breaker for me. I'm not moving forward. I'm not passing go. I ain't collecting $200. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not teaching anybody anything at 51 years old. I'm not waiting. I'm not moving your head. I ain't saying over there. I ain't doing none of that. Bye.
It's a no. It's a no.
Too many men's out here in this world for me to be.
Even if it's not no men's out here, I don't want to do that. I'd rather go untouched.
I'm too old for that.
I'd rather go untouched than to have bad sex.
So this Negro texts me back. Bad sex with 100 question marks.
No, he didn't just say bad sex. He said like, well, we haven't had that or something like that.
Have we had bad sex? That's what he said.
Yes, that's what it was. Like he was asking the question. I'm like,
I'm gonna find this goddamn text message.
at
I don't want to
1:30.
I don't want to misquote this fine young man.
Listen, she said, see, women don't be. Listen, I told Erica, I said, it is our duty to share. Men don't have the same exposure that women do. We get undressed, in front of each other, like when we're in schools, we're in the gym, like we touch each other personal body parts. We get undressed, even as adults, we undress in front of each other if we're going to like a wedding or event.
So y'all don't see each other's parts. They watch
Right,
porn.
but
They watch porn.
the guys don't see the
They
parts
watch
of
porn.
But are they looking at the dick or are they looking at?
I'm sure on porn they see Dr. Long Schlong and know that they is the mini me. There is some level of comparison there. Okay, here we go. It says good morning. It was at 9:27 a.m. I've been gone since 1. I woke up early, wanting round 2. Ignore. Next day. Good morning, sunshine. Ignore. 2:15, 2 days later, I say, FYI, bad sex is a deal breaker for me. He says, has it been bad sex yet?
Exactly. I told you.
5.1 million question marks. Like he is really baffled and confused. Because somebody said it. Women not out here telling these men the truth.
You don't tell them, yeah.
I ain't the first one that got that whack ass dick. I'm not. But he got money. He books the right places. He takes you on trips. He buys bags, and they ain't saying nothing. Give me that trip. Give me that meal. Give me that bag. And I'm a and I'm not doing that. Okay. So I say to him, AHHHH, yes. He responds, it has, with another 2.5 million question marks.
But listen to this next one. This next one is going to make y'all flip your mind. Okay, go ahead.
I said, because I was in the hair salon. I said, this is a conversation and not a text. He says, we need to have a conversation about this because I don't want an unhappy partner. First off, dude, we ain't partners.
Nope, never signed up for it. We didn't discuss partnership. We didn't discuss partnership.
But I've continued to talk to him. So he went to the doctor. And I said, because I knew what was wrong. Because I'm over 50. And look at Tina. He went to the doctor on the regular. He just happened.
Because I said whenever the D is whack, the first story they gonna give you is some bullshit about a medical condition. You should have told me that from day one because I would have been gone. You should just told me. I'm out.
Well, I ain't got time for your high blood pressure. I don't. No, I got my own high blood pressure to worry about.
You're right in a lot of areas. I'm feeling a lot of high pressure, and
so now he's gone to the doctor. His pressure is high. They gave him medication, and he was on this medication before, and he stopped taking this medication. And we know why. Black men. So I said to this fool, I said, oh, I see. You'd rather die from a stroke and have a hard dick. What?
But
he's semi-hard.
He said, what's wrong? He said, what's wrong with semi-hard? Tell me what's right with it. Tell me what's right with it. I'm listening. Point 1.
Semi. That's a fake Gucci bag, sir.
That's like being semi-wet or semi-sucking. How about semi-licking? Semi-stroking? How about a Siamese twins? like You can twist it a million ways. What's
I'm not doing this
wrong
with you.
is that
I'm
it's
not
not
doing this with you.
right.
I'm not doing this with you.
You
Yep,
didn't
a
say
state is life.
Thank you, D. That's what I told
And
him.
then God is good. My semester in Philadelphia ended yesterday.
That's it. We
I
will be back
gotta
to
go
the
back
fall.
to Philly till fall. And look, I'm not doing that. So that's what happened there. My next update would be Hampton Roads, and Brandon's not here. You guys know that I rode to Virginia. I've been hanging out, having a good time with who we call B. And Tina helped me realize because B fell off because we were out 2-3 times a week. Dinner with me is always $200. 3 times a week, that's $600 for dinner. Then go have drinks somewhere, that's $100. So he was spending about $800 to $1,000 a week hanging out with me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I there's nowhere on my profile says that I eat ramen noodles.
No, because I can make them at home.
Yeah. And I don't
right.
expect from any man to do anything more for me than I do for myself. B ran out of money. So Tina, so he fell back. We weren't doing anything. And I was like, Tina, we were going out 2-3 times a week now. Like he hasn't taken me all week. And she was like, girl, he done ran out of money. And I was like, oh.
He got
so we had this whole conversation here on the podcast talking to you guys about not acting like don't date outside your lane. If you can't keep up, don't even start it. Don't start. So he falls back a week, and I think we went out one time like 2 weeks ago. We talked. I get the good mornings and all that stuff, but the intention and attention is like not there. I'm certain that I told him about the last imposter who was over 50 years old living in a 1-bedroom apartment. And that is, look, have your own standards. Look, for me, I like alpha men. I like successful men. I like men who can expose me to new experiences. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. The last 2 guys I've dated, my stock portfolio rose, and I've done a lot of great things as a result of learning more in these relationships. So it's very important for me when I'm engaged with a man in any capacity that I'm getting something other than like superficial bullshit, right?
Right.
So I shared with him about the last imposter. So I don't do 1-bedroom apartment rentals over 50 years old. Like
unless
it's divorce. If you're just going through
divorce, I can do, but I also give credit for, like, I know guys who have homes in the South, but they have like a condo.
We're not talking about home, and we're talking about your primary residence is a 1-bedroom.
Right, your primary, right, yeah.
And you're over 50 years old. That literally means you have nothing, right? I mean,
and it's not ownership versus renting.
It's not. You can rent something substantial because I like lazy tax. I rented for a very long time because I don't want to fix no roof. I don't want to fix no HVAC. I don't want to make no pool. I understand renting at another level, but a 1-bedroom apartment in Baltimore and you over 50, and say what you want. Judge me all you want. I have my own standards. So I know in the beginning I said to him that the last dude I dated lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, blah, 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 and I can't do that. So he said he lived in a 1-bedroom condo. Okay. Why was somebody lying?
No. This is where you messed up. It's not okay. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing.
That's ownership. Condo's ownership. I remember before buying my home, I was considering a condo because I didn't want the big maintenance upkeep of 4,000 square feet. Give me
the guy you want
for the okie doke again.
Exactly, because the guy you want ain't living in this
and a in the city. Anyway, so what he failed to do was you can rent a condo. Thank you, Raina. See, I be sleeping sometimes. And I give people the benefit of the doubt because I don't lie about who I am. I am who I say I am. So I give people the same credit. So when I go visit, he forgot to tell the condo people to take the apartment sign off the development. You live in a 1-bedroom apartment, sir.
Because the sign was what they had ordered it when they switched it over and it hadn't came yet. That's all.
Look at
'Cause
Andre is falling out backstage.
it was supposed to be here in February, but now it's looking more like Christmas. And I mean, what can he do?
Then another thing that I don't do, and we're talking about social media do's and don'ts. I do not respond to men in my age range whose every picture has athletic wear.
But wait, what you mean?
If every picture that he has, he got on sneakers and he's dressed down and
Oh yeah,
everything's
I don't
casual.
need that. I need to see you in a suit and
Right.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
where you going? All the time looking like that. So what I realized when shit started unraveling for this person, I went back to their profile to see, well, what the fuck did I fall for?
Mm-hmm.
And he gave me some okie doke about why his personal pictures weren't there. And I get that. Some people do stuff.
Wait, so what pictures were there? What was there?
So he had like lifestyle images
of himself.
I would believe would be indicative of how you live. So there's like an interior shot of like a really beautiful room, like in a home.
No, ma'am, you did not tell me this because I would have already called this one to the table.
So
no, ma'am.
There's a picture of a nice watch and nice shoes.
But it's not his. But it's not his.
His profile read really.
Come on, thank you. Red flags, and she want to act like it's pink. No, ma'am. That's it. No. You did not tell me this. This is the red flags you're ignoring. I would have said that from day one.
Raina said my ex did that. Social media is a false reality.
Yes, right. Yes.
So again, because I live the way that I do, and I am who I post I am, I believe that everybody, he don't own a suit. Dawn, why you come on here and say that?
And Erica, shut up. You do not believe that everybody is honest on the internet. You've been on here too long. That's not true. You know a liar when you see one. I don't know what it is. Some kind of way. Let me tell you what I think it is. That you give off this perception of, glitz, glamour, beauty, whining and dining. So they want it, right? They just have no idea how long it's going to take to get it. And that's what ends up messing up. Let's just take sex off the table. Nothing to do with sex, right? It's like, yeah, but this whining and dining, like, this is the intro to being married to me. If this is what
that's what I was saying. Like when his shit fell off in like 2 months, I was like, we ain't married 2 months in, and we're not doing nothing.
But you go from dating to married. Now I'm expecting even more because dating, you weren't paying any of the bills. I was paying mine and you was paying yours. Now, if I'm coming and you make more than me, there should be like, there's an expectation of like, what am I bringing? What are you bringing? Blah, blah, blah. You ignored it. They was waiting. They was waiting and on fire.
I blocked him. Don't call me because I ain't calling you. We blocked on everything. But we all know that he watches this podcast. You can watch all you want. I'm talking about you. I'm not doing that because, again, another imposter infiltrated my real life. I'm not doing that. Yes. So what I decided, and I told Tina this past week, was I'm going to grow up a little bit. I'm going to grow up because I think I've made decisions about great guys based on stupid shit.
Okay. I'm listening.
Other than the non-negotiable bad sex. Okay, so I have a first date tomorrow, and quite impressive. Professionally, culturally, traveled. That's another thing. That last imposter, his profile said he loved to travel and didn't have a fucking passport.
So you're not going far, dude. Now, even though I was recently ghosted, You will never find me on a date with a man without a passport.
I, when
I don't think
when your profile says that you love to travel, it is assumed, no?
Yeah, she said me and Tina need to scream your day sometime. Yes, because I can
Okay,
confidently
so let
say
me tell you guys, and I don't date dudes in Baltimore very often because it's very few people who don't
she
know.
said you would love to travel. And we don't have time to teach him. He have to go out and find somebody else. We're not even teaching you how to travel. No, figure it out.
So, past couple of weeks, we've been talking to this guy. We don't have a name for him yet. We'll figure out his name after tomorrow's first date. But we've been talking. And the reason that we haven't gone out yet is because he was traveling. Uh, Last week he was on a private island in Bermuda.
Do we have
Uh,
evidence of this? Have
yeah,
we
I
seen
do.
pictures?
I do.
Okay. Okay.
Very educated, well spoken, does very well for himself. Knows some players that I know. So reputable.
Wait. These good. Erica, whatever happened to the long interview? Dates are a privilege, and you might need to interview first in order to protect yourself.
No, no, I don't do long interviews. Look, I like to eat.
Now I'm the
That's,
long interviewer. You're gonna
that's
talk to me
Tina.
for
That's
a
not
minute.
me. I'm
Yeah.
going. I'm going to dinner. We're going to have a meal. That is the motherfucking interview. Check, please.
And make sure you pay for it.
Yeah, Tina the one doing all that shit. Wrong chick, right? So anyway, he's been traveling all week. He's been on 12 destinations in the last 6 months, right?
Very nice.
Flew once his Bermuda trip was done, flew into Miami on Friday, stayed for the weekend. Just got back this evening, and we go out to dinner tomorrow. And has he been married? Yes, for 20 years with 2 adult children.
But he's divorced. But he's divorced now.
Absolutely divorced.
Okay.
Okay. So when I say Erica,
how old is he?
53.
Okay, nice.
When I say Erica needs to grow up, this is what the fuck happens in my immature kitty brain.
Come on, let's hear it.
You just heard all the things that I'm able to say. There's more information that I have, but in protecting people's identity, I'm not going to say more than that because I know exactly what he does and who he does it for. I reached out to a friend of mine, gave them the name, and say, hey, you know this person. So I've done my due diligence. Lives in downtown Baltimore, rooftop deck, blah, blah, blah. Invited me to, he says, do you do pseudo political events? And then he has no idea who I am, right? So that was funny.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Right. That's like forever love, right?
Yeah, do you do pseudo political
events? More attractive, right?
I was like, sure, I can. And so invited me to this thing that's happening later this month. And in my immaturity. So people who watch us regularly know that I diligently say, I need someone that excites the intellectual in me, right? That can feed into the successful, travel, cultured Erica, and can fuck with the ghetto chick in me. Because I need both. I need some balance. Yes. And I think that has been fucking me up. So my grown up new approach beginning tomorrow is they don't have to feed into that part of me. I can do that and hang out Park Heights and do whatever I need to do and have them separate from that. I don't need them to be a part of everything. Because what I realized, because over the past couple of weeks, we went back out with Porsche dude, right? We went to a black tie event, and driving to the black tie event in the Porsche, I was like, oh yeah, I like doing this kind of shit, right? And then
not with him,
right? But not with him. And then we revisited, rinsed them off, a couple of other people, right? And so my grown up approach is, Erica, stop like needing everything, right? So in this and he's black. I only do black men. He's got a
Oh,
really
wait. Before you go forward, hold on. Okay. So yes, I'm with you. Not everything. I get it. What are those things you're taking off? So if there's the list of 10 things,
you
what are
you
you
ain't
taking
got to be.
off?
You don't have to be able to go to the cookout with me at Park Heights. You don't have to.
Okay, no, that's fine. But like, so are you still expecting chivalry? Because that could be an item
Absolutely.
on the list.
No,
Like, that's
absolutely.
what I'm saying. So what are the items you're taking off? Like, what makes it different? What are you letting go of?
I am letting go of my prejudices and bias against black men who are corporate and smart
with no hood.
with no hood.
That's grown up of you. I'm proud of you.
I think that's grown up of me, right?
I do too. I think that's grown up of you.
So I'm really excited. Look, this excited. Dress picked out. I'm ready for tomorrow.
And when you want to be, just call me. I'll fly in and we'll do some hood shit. And you be
right, and that's what I know. Because I'm like, you don't need somebody to be everything. Because that's what I've determined. Because my most successful
in order for someone to be everything,
yeah,
you know this because this is who we are.
Right.
You have to have lived everything.
Exactly. And they have not.
But the average person hasn't lived everything.
Right.
So it's very difficult to find. And when you find them, you should hold on tight.
Oh, I forgot another part. Like, he's really active. He's a runner. I ran a race this morning, and he was like really interested in my time. And wait a
minute, somebody said that D might be good 20.
I don't know. The problem with this is men with money and access are not going to be told that the D's whack. They're not. And you will stay 20 whole years with some whack ass D and a whole bunch of money.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate you coming by, but no, thank you. Oh, I had a good time. Nice meeting you too. All right, but no, thank you. No.
And I may need to get better in that area too.
You can rip them off, but understand that men want to know the real you.
Oh no, I don't shield who I am.
Yeah.
I am all of me all the time. Like what I don't do is pretend to be anything different than what I am. Mm-hmm. I may tone her down a little in the beginning. Oh, but you don't get all of it. You don't get all of me. That's one of the reasons why I don't respond to the 1,576 DMs that I have, because men already have this perception of who I am because they watch this, they see my posts, and I can't date those guys because I need a clean slate. I need the dude that I want to.
Okay, so wait. Here's an example of men not possibly understanding our world. And when I say our world is not the average Black woman's world. But we are the average Black woman, literally. A chicken box or some chicken wings and mumbo sauce, I'm here for all day. We'll go, like, it doesn't have to be extra. We like extra, but we do. Y'all see my little scarf I got on? I'm buffing it out tonight. Like, we do regular shit too. And we like being regular. One of the things that I'm discovering is that you have to be honest about who you are, but also your expectation. So it's okay for you to say, like, if I'm introducing you to a new restaurant, it's like, oh, okay, great. Like, I'm going to take you to a new restaurant and we go, and maybe it's a little more expensive than they have experienced, but they don't flinch at it because they're so excited about the experience, and they also pay for the dinner, right? But then they get to take you to their places too, right? So you're getting a balance of both worlds. Ladies, you do not have to compromise the worlds you want to be a part of.
No.
Because what happens is when you pretend to make him fit into the whatever that mold is so that he can fit into your world, he's not gonna like it because he's never done it. 2, you're now bossing him around and trying to change him. 3, he feels immediately awkward and uncomfortable.
Yep.
So your number one thing is just be yourself. Like I found that guys that I meet, they have this perception of me. Like it comes with money and success and who to know to and maybe all of that is true. But you don't know that for sure.
Right. Nope.
You just that's just in your mind. I don't post my house, I don't post my cars.
Right.
This is what you have perceived in your mind. Okay.
And on the flip side of that, people see my house, they see my cars, they see the bags, they see all the stuff. And then so they've got in their mind, oh, she
Oh, it's
wants
gonna be expensive.
That's the shit I do for myself. So if
But
you
we're the same. You know, like here's the chick Erica showing you everything, and here's me that ain't showing you nothing. Yet we're still walking down the same street and taking you to the same room, introduce you to the same people, and it's just like, okay, but at the end of the day, like, what are you doing? Because if you're still trying to create and grow and mold, you're just not the guy for me. I don't want that guy. I don't want to build nobody. I want to grow nobody up. Stop already. Just be ready.
Andre, you see the comment from Quanda Galen? I'm learning so much.
Oh wait, go back. I didn't get to read the other comment.
I just wanted to point that out real quick. Like Quanda, like what one of the biggest reasons why we are here is because like we know that you can absolutely get everything that you want. And what we talk about each week is not settling for anything less that you know that you deserve. Like first and foremost, neither Tina or I go after anyone that is presenting with more than what that we're capable of presenting ourselves. We stay in our lane. And we've determined that you don't have to have a whole bunch of money. You need to be able to maintain your lifestyle, your own personal lifestyle, whatever that is, and be able to do things that we choose to do together at your expense. Mm-hmm. However, Tina and I both are people who will say, here's my card, I'll take the check. Mm-hmm. Because we're not looking for anyone to take care of us. We're both looking for people to enhance our experiences. And on the level that we take care of ourselves. I'm not looking for anybody to do anything more for me than I do for myself. However, I am looking for someone who exposes me to new experiences, that enlightens me in some way, that feeds into my passions to do other things, a cheerleader, because I'm all of those things for him.
Yeah. I don't want to have to champion you and be your cheerleader for a vision that you don't already have a hold of, that you have clear direction for, and it's not active. I'm not interested in a dreamer from now. If you're already successful and then you say, hey, I have a new idea, then fine, I'm off of that. But to come
and also gone are the days that I see potential in you that you only see in yourself. I'm not creating dreams for you. You're so good at this. You should do that. Girl,
I'm not even looking for it. I know I didn't see it because I wasn't even looking for it. I don't even know what it looks like. I want to be present with somebody who has already ironed all of that out.
Yep.
And you're doing your thing. And if for whatever reason, it could be high professional or a scale down, you decide to change, make sure it don't cause no bumps over here. That's not none of my business. No. Everything over a certain age has to be settled. Not that there's a race to success, because everybody gets to peak and be at their prime at different points.
Absolutely.
Some peaked at 20, some peaked at 30, 40, 50, or 60. Like we know those stories. I can only tell you mine. I don't want to date a man who's over 50 that is not fully already established in whatever they're doing primarily. Right. Now, if you want to grow and you have other dreams, I'm fine with that. But because
you've already done something successful at this age, so and if you're venturing into something else, that's fine. But you've already got something that's stable and secure that you've already solidified.
Yeah.
No. No. One thing that Raina said that was important. She said something about finding them corny with my new approach this week to not needing someone to feed into like all of Erica. So that, Raina, that has been my issue, but that's very immature of me. And I'm the first person to say that, the square is the dude you want to marry. The clown is the dude you want to marry. Like them hip slick and down dudes, credit score 500. I am at 51 years old, finally saying I don't need someone that's going to do all of that, and I need not to find that corny, because that's corny of me. To think that a dude that is articulate and successful and educated and blah 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 is corny.
Because a lot of the men that you're describing, they're also the men who have low self-esteem, horrible backgrounds with their family, never been in counseling, and so yes, they have all the money, they can get you into any door, but the amount of hours you spend just feeding their ego and tell them, no, you're amazing. I'm not here for that. Nope. I want to support you and be encouraging, but if I'm new in your life, don't hand me the whole bag. No. I just got here. So who was carrying this load before I got here? Like, give me a minute to get settled, because you don't even know what part of me I need to dump off. Like, just, it can't be in the first 30 days.
Nope.
I'm thinking 6 months. If I've decided to stay anywhere for 6 months, then you have the right to ask for help. But anything before 6 months, I don't want to hear about it. Work it out.
So D Turner, I don't see it on here, but on my Facebook page says, what is building and what is growing together in a relationship? There it is. Yeah.
What is building and what is growing together in a relationship? I'll tell you this. I'm not building anything with anybody that I'm not in a relationship with.
No. Yeah. We don't build while we're dating.
No, I'm not. Because this is a trial period. I don't know, and I'm expecting the same from him. I'm a trial.
We're strangers.
Yeah, complete strangers.
You don't know me.
We're gonna date, and then it's up to you or me to decide if it continues to go on or it doesn't. But I'm not building anything while I'm dating. We're just dating. I'm getting to know you.
And if you've been watching this, like neither of us have committed to. I've been off the market twice for about 4 days each.
Nope, 7 whole days.
7 whole days. I had a boyfriend for 7 days.
So it's just men who have invested in being the best that they can be are ready for meaningful. It just depends. I think that's per man. I don't think you could generalize.
I know what I did experience over the past 2 weeks was 2 people who went in saying that they only when they meet someone online, they're only dating that person. I'm not the person for you to do that, but
and that's me. I'm only gonna date one at a time. Then once I'm done, just move on. No.
Nope. So they both said that, like,
if I did it your way, I have more options. But yeah.
There's typically 2 or 3 people in rotation with me. And so what we often say is
that's the definition of dating.
Right. So for anyone who's already labeled me a hoe, I only sleep with one person at a time. I may date other people, and you may see me at restaurants and traveling and doing stuff with other people, but I am intimate with one person.
Yes.
And
sometimes not at all. I was going to say sometimes not at all.
So there's that part. Dating is dating until 2 consenting adults have had a intentional conversation about defining what it is that we're doing. And if you followed us, I've had those conversations twice. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's just me and you. I ain't gonna see nobody else. You ain't gonna see nobody else until I see somebody else.
And where they at? Going on.
So it is 9:29.
I know. Countdown.
Thank you all for joining us, and thank you, those of you who are here every week.
This is Independence Day weekend, so do something to feel independent.
So I had plans with the guy that I was going out with, so now I need new 4th of July plans. But Tomorrow's dude has a rooftop deck, so maybe I'll be watching fireworks downtown Baltimore.
Well, I'll be doing family for the weekend. No,
I will keep you guys posted on what happens this week with my new mature approach to dating, guys.
I'm so proud of you.
We blocked one. Tina was ghosted. Can we touch and agree? Send a prayer for Tina.
Please,
Look, Andre backstage touching. Tina got ghosted.
Talk to me.
Need y'all to lift Tina up in prayer.
I want to talk to me.
We will see you all next week on Climbing Out the Podcast, where our topic is date 'em all fist, but we often leave out the part until the best man wins. See you next Sunday at 8:30. I'm Erica Austin Buck. This is Tina DeVoe. We'll see you soon.
Bye.